it's working this time. I don't know what happens, but sometimes my lives loop. If you guys were in the other one, this is the new one. Hopefully it doesn't do that. Because I saw Krista jumped in the other one, and I went to share it. And I guess that caused the glitch. I don't know. Honestly, live streams are still kind of new to me. I don't have that many on my channel. But this one is still current. Yeah, see the other one, it glitched the same like couple seconds over and over again. So crap, I think I just sent everyone over to my other live stream, not this one. It's gonna be, that's gonna suck if the whole time everyone is in the wrong live stream. Look, this one has been going for a minute. I don't know, should I try to share this one? I feel like I will end it again. Oh, no. Yay, Krista, you figured it out. The other stream quit working. I don't know what happened, I had a glitch. So I didn't know if I should restart one or what I should do. Yay! See, that means so much. If something goes wrong, you figure it out on your own and you come back to me. I figured I'd do it outside today since the kids were napping. Did you have a good Mother's Day, Krista? Oh, I wish Henry didn't tell me that I looked at the wrong thing when I'm doing a video, because I don't know, I always look at that because on the vlogging camera it's straight ahead, it's flipped up, so you're looking at the same spot either way. But on the phone it's like you're looking at either those dots or you're looking at the video. Oh, it freaks me out. Now I'm like all shifty eye over here. Tori, you came, you caught a live, yahoo! How's it going? Did you have a good Mother's Day then? Yeah, I'm out here enjoying coffee, iced coffee while the kids nap. Chilling, taking a break for a moment because I've been running all this morning, packing, trying to pack up so much stuff. I brought a bunch of my clothes to Plato's closet. Okay, this is ridiculous. I don't know why I did this, but I was like, ooh, we're gonna make some money, go have a fun day, do some errands. And then I made 50 bucks at Plato's closet, and I went grocery shopping and I spent 60 bucks. So technically I'm 10 in the hole. Watching for Mother's Day stars. Look out there. Mother's Day was great. We did nothing. Isn't that the best? We did nothing too. I love doing nothing for Mother's Day. Yeah, it is actually hot today. Canada is freaking muggy, and it is not fun to be overdressed here. Like, I still have pants, but they're like cotton pants, and then yeah, I'm sweating, very sweaty. But yeah, running all over today. Just got home, made some lunch. Slow day, doing nothing. Totally the best. Yeah, we went and we did a hike in nature. That was a lot of fun. We went to this place where there was like nobody out there, and yeah, it was really nice. And we got some donuts because this is supposed to be a live stream about meat, the carnivore diet. I really do want to get into that though, because it did mess with my head a lot. So hot here. We took Azzy on a run. Oh, isn't it cute when the little toddlers start to run with their cute little feet? They're like, Lucian, I know, I love watching him run. He's so cute. Henry got them all Crocs, like brand new shoes, and they're not used to them. You know how they have that little extra like toe room? So they were tripping on the edge because they're used to like boots. So Krista, Tori, who else is in it? It says two other people are watching. Do you guys want to say your name so I can greet you? He won't walk, he just runs. Yes. I know, that's so cute. Run belly first, yeah. And then, oh, the boo-boos. My girls, their favorite things to talk about are the boo-boos. They're like, look, Mom, I got a new scrape. At least they don't cry about it anymore. And if we meet someone that we know, like when we're out and about, they'll be, look, I have a boo-boo here, I have one here, I have one here, I have one here. I'm like, guys, can you think of anything more interesting to say than boo-boos? Hey, Ashley. Hey, I was just talking to you on Facebook. yeah, I decided to jump on here while kids are napping, so that's what's up. But I'm hoping to catch some carnivore people interested in the meat eating lifestyle, because I did that back in January. I keep going back to it because I really, really, really do love it. I love eating whole foods and like one single ingredient items, but it really, really, really did mess with my mind, my mindset, and I think there's some ways I would stick with it and some ways I won't, and I guess I'll get into that. First scrape knee today. Only the first scrape? I love that. Okay, like at the playground, people are always like looking at me when I don't run to them and like go, oh, are you okay, baby? No. Hi, you're all right. Get up. Let's go play. Go to the next slide. You know, like I want them to be tough, because technically, you know, in life, falling and scraping our knee is going to be one of the least hardest things in our whole entire life. When you think about it from that perspective, like as they grow into adulthood and face life and the real trials, like a scraped knee is nothing in comparison. Interested to hear about it because I've seen changes in the way you thought and talked about food during and after that. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know, Krista, do you watch my story on Instagram too, and how like I shifted stuff on there too? But I just want to show you guys something real quick. Oh, stepping on wood chunks back here. So that's the real deal. That is, I would say, I would attribute that to a lot of meat and a lot of protein. But when I'm eating, hey, you're proud. How's it going? You just mixed my flex. I was just like, anyways, I'm out here doing a live stream because the kids are napping, and I do want to, like, I'm obviously going to go where the conversation leads, but I do want to focus on the whole meat thing and that experience for me. Little things to us are big things to them. It always feels good to be seen and validated. Yeah, I do want to obviously validate kids' feelings and, you know, be there for them, but I don't want to baby them. I want to raise them up. So I mean, my mom, she didn't baby me, and I really enjoyed that. And now, like, looking back, I see other friends of mine and their moms who like baby them, and I'm like, I can't handle that. I like when someone says like you got this, head up, chin up, keep going, you're strong, you're capable. I like that kind of stuff. I don't like oh, you poor baby. I like encouragement, like real true encouragement, genuine, like believing in someone. I really like that. So yeah, Krista, back to the whole meat stuff. So when I was doing it, when I started it in January, and I was going hardcore carnivore, and the thing is, the carnivore community is quite like fangs out, bloody. Like, it's like they're more particular than other diets that I would say. It's like we're meat only, but there's different types of carnivores. Like there's, I guess, ketovore, dirty ketovore, like, you know, they have their keto mostly focused on meat. There's like meat based, but they have other stuff. Then there's like carnivores that have some fruit, and then there's like pure carnivores that only eat meat, and then there's the carnivores that eat only like the ruminant animals, like the beef and elk and all that stuff. And while expense, I did not find was an issue, because if you're the only thing you can physically eat is meat and some fruit, it's not that expensive if you're cutting out all that other packaged stuff. But the thing that I did learn that I loved from it was I love eating one ingredient foods. Like, even when I do like a meal prep thing, the less food I put in an item, the better. Like, I used to bake fancy, extravagant things, and now I'm realizing the less ingredients I use, the better. Like, give me cottage cheese, blueberries, and honey mixed together, boom. It doesn't have to have all the spices, all the seasonings, all the different stuff. It doesn't have to be packaged perfectly. It doesn't have to look pretty. Just like I'm fueling my body for the nutrients that my body needs. Like, my body is a machine. You want to feed it the best gas possible, you know, also while realizing that you're living, breathing, your body needs what it craves. I do believe that too, that you should listen to your body. You know, sometimes people do want junk food, but personally, I'm not someone that is like, is the chat still going? I can't tell. Like, did it glitch again? I see myself moving, but I don't see anyone else. Like, maybe it's slow. Oh, what are you harvesting now, Proud? What was I saying? But I personally do not get, yeah, it is coffee, Ashley. It is. I got organic cold brew from the store because I was out and about and I did not want to come home and make something when I got home. And then I have this this like oat-based creamer that is a really good. I like it because I was like drinking the carnivore style coffee with heavy cream in it, and those coffees were like 200-300 calories per coffee, and I was like, I love the taste of this. It's so rich, it feels so good, it feels nourishing, but the taste is so good, I want to suck down like 2-3 of these a day, and I am just like packing on the pounds, which, like, I'm working out hard, so it's like muscle, it's like I'm bulking. It's like, instead of, you know, slimming down for summer, I'm like bulking up, which is fine. I like building muscle, I like being strong, but also I don't want to bulk all summer. Like, I do want to, this is my last kid, I have been working out for 5+ years. I do want to like see my results, you know, so I don't want to focus only on high fats. I also want to, because if I stay in the carnivore mindset, that's like 2,000 calories per day, around that, plus I'm 5'2", I run and I lift weights, and it's just a bit much for my body because I'm so close to my natural body set weight to just be constantly that high. I mean, I will maintain this, but I also want to, like, I want to actually see how much muscle I put on the past couple years. Yeah, so this coffee is like 90 calories with that creamer. It's a really clean creamer. Sometimes I wish I had like props during my live, because all the stuff that I mentioned, be like, oh yeah, this is the brand, oh this, you know, like, sometimes with the carnivore mindset, this stuff is a bit like processed, or a bit like, ooh, I wouldn't go there, like, that doesn't fit into my diet. But it's like, this is pretty clean for something that's processed, you know. It's like RX bar. I would say these are probably the best protein bars on the market, because how clean it is. 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS. And it's just like, it's 12 grams of protein. But I love these because I don't live off these. I don't constantly eat these. Like, if I have meat or if I have fruit by me, I'll grab that. But this, if I'm traveling, this is better than stopping at fast food because I'm hungry. So this is good for, you know, hiking when you're on the road. Like, bring this with you. Okay, let's see what I missed. 3 coffees every day. Okay, consume the goodness. Ooh, love the ingredients. Nasty. These are not nasty. Okay, you like Cliff. Honestly, I don't like Cliff as much because it's a little more gritty. It's a little sandy. It's a little drier. This tastes like, okay, oh, what was a girl that I saw her on her YouTube videos? She was, you know how everyone does dates? They cut them in half and they put nut butter in them and then chocolate. She was putting grass-fed raw butter in her halves of dates, and I really like that. Look, dates are something that's magical because the people that are vegetarians love eating them as like a natural candy bar, and the people that are carnivores can accept them as a natural candy bar. So that is telling you something. Those are 2 people that are like opposed, eating opposite ways, and agree that dates are good natural candy bars. So, I mean, I like dates, but So it's just like, I don't know, I believe in whole foods, but I also, when people are bodybuilding, body training, what's it called? When they're prepping for shows, you notice they focus on lean proteins and they have their certain amount of set carbs, but they always go low fat. And then the carnivores are always high fat and those meats. And if that's all you're eating, that's perfect. It's totally satiating, it's filling, it's beautiful. You're totally satisfied. You do not crave anything else. You do not. Like, I think if I was single, I didn't have a family, I would lean more towards strict carnivore. I think I would do that because for me, I don't need a lot of stuff. I'm super happy very easily. So it's not hard for me to stick to a diet, I'm saying. But the part where it fucks with your mind is I am surrounded with other people. I have to go places with other people. I have to prepare food for other people. And again, I'm strong enough to sit in a room when everyone is eating whatever they want and be like, okay, have fun. Yes, Ashley, they're packed with calories, multiple types of easy to digest carbohydrates. Yeah. Are you talking about the Cliff Bar then still? Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing, because like carnivore people tend to keep honey and maple syrup as natural sweeteners, and those are high calorie sugars, similar to sugar, but it's one ingredient coming from nature versus like keto stuff where they cut that out and use the 0-calorie sweeteners and stuff because it doesn't trigger your blood sugar and it doesn't, go straight to boom, adding on pounds, which I've always had 0-calorie sweeteners. But doing this whole carnivore thing and then like looking at the Bible and stuff, I see that what is the thing that God promised his people? Milk and honey. I was like, that's it. When I go to Maine, I know what I'm going to use for my skincare and all that stuff already. I'm gonna wash my face in the morning with fresh goat's milk and honey from my bees, and that's gonna be my skincare routine because that's stuff queens bathed in. I know that's off topic, but I'm just thinking about like how people are cutting out milk because it has carbs, and they're cutting out honey because it has sugar or higher calories in it. But those are pure one ingredient, clean ingredient things that God even uses in the Bible, saying that those are a blessing because they're so good for you. So obviously, like, all this stuff is like weighing into my mind. Like, you hear so much about food and nutrition all around. Everyone's like, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this, you can't have that. But then for me, I'm setting my own rules of like what I want to stick to. And then I go places and people are like, Sylvie, you have to eat with us. Stop being like that. Like, you have to have a bite of this. I need you to try this. I want you to have this now. Like, come eat with us. Come on. You can only eat meat. What are you doing? So it's like, oh, my legs are falling asleep. It's really, really super hard if you have a social life, if you have family and friends, also if you jump on cooking sourdough. Like I started cooking sourdough bread because my family wanted bread, even though I'm Italian, I've never really been into carbs, pasta, bread all that much, just because, I don't know, I never really craved that kind of stuff. So they all wanted it. So then I was cooking for them. I was like, I'm putting all this time and energy into this product that I'm not even eating. Like, I have to taste it. And then I was like, ooh, this is good. And I know it's good for your gut. And then I was like, but I can't have carbs, this many carbs, and this much high fat stacked together. Then it's just like doing the opposite of what I want. Like, I want my body to keep going fast, processing. I need my metabolism to rev because I have struggled with that as I'm getting older. I'm 30 now, and I've had 4 kids, so I'm really trying to. I haven't been like, since Lucian, I haven't been like hungry. I used to be like hungry. I used to crave food. I used to want food. I used to be able to out eat men like twice my size. That has not come back to me. And I feel like that's something that I know that's when I'm healthy. Rye, oat, flax, breads are the best. Yes, I do agree with rye. I haven't had oat or flax bread, but sourdough, rye and sourdough are supposed to be really good for like gut health and people who have issues with other bread. So there was actually a lady that came to the farmer's market. She's like, I need help going to the bathroom. Can you help me find a multigrain? And I found her, I think it was a combination of like rye, oat, and flax. And then the next week she came back, she's like, it worked. That was great. So I don't know, it's like if you're a carnivore, you got to be all in. You got to have all carnivore. You got to eat only meat, only high fat, and then it will work for you. Or you have to have some days where you're eating just meat, some days where you're eating the carbs, some days where you're eating the fruits and veggies, and split your week up like that. Or you have to focus on the lean proteins. Like, you can't have it all. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can make a cake with protein powder, I suppose, but it's, yeah, if everyone around you, like if your whole family agreed on eating meat, then it would work great. But like ever since I started going on the meat craze, my oldest daughter, like she used to, last summer, we used to barbecue like meat out here, eye of round, and the whole family would sit around the table and we were super happy to just have our slice of meat, like cut off the meat, eat it off, take a bite, and that's all what supper was, just the meat. Everyone was happy. And then I started eating just meat and she refused. She stopped touching meat. She's like, nope, I will not eat meat anymore. So that put a glitch in things, like the fact that my child wouldn't even touch meat. And then I'd have to make 2 separate meals, one for me and one for my family. And that's a lot of work already when you're cooking. Like if I'm cooking a steak in the air fryer and then they want pasta, salad, bread, you know, meatballs, who knows, like they want something totally different, a full meal. And then I eat leftovers, and I don't know if you guys, I've heard other moms say their kids like refuse to eat leftovers. Even if they gobble them up the first day, if there's anything left over, they won't touch it. And that's kind of how it is in our house too. Like then there's tons of leftovers, and then I feel bad about getting rid of food because I can't eat it. I'm only sticking to meat, and I hate wasting food. So I'm like, I need to figure out how to work this. So then after I stopped carnivore, it was like I was eating meat and bread at the same time, and that wasn't working for me. And I could tell that I was like gaining weight actually pretty quickly. The 10 pounds back that I lost, I could tell because I just pulled out my new size of clothes, like my one size smaller from the basement, and they fit me. And then I went back a month later when I combined the carbs and the fats, and I had to pull back that size of clothes I just put in the basement. So that quickly, like my whole family, we gain weight easily, but we also lose it quickly. So it's just like in our genetics. We have to watch what we eat, or else, you know, we'll gain quick or we'll lose quick too. So there's a flip side to that. But the reason, like, this isn't about like a body size or anything. The reason that this is important is because of health. And the whole reason that I went to the carnivore diet was for my skin health, because I'm a healthy person. I take care of myself. I have a good skincare routine. What is going on with my skin? Like, I do facials. I like, where I go to my spa, the lady's like, wow, like, you know your stuff. You put the work in. Like, I don't know, like hormones, stress, what it is. So like the carnivore diet for me was mostly about, like, so many people said it helped their skin issues. So it's like, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna throw everything on the table. Like, if this is what it takes to heal my skin, then I'll do it. And my skin actually got worse. And I know there is like a detox phase in everything. Anything. When you switch your diet, if you're going from one thing to the next, there's always a detox phase. That's given, but it was like weird. It was like a strange, hard, lumpy, painful, different than anything I ever experienced before. And my friend who was doing carnivore diet at the same time said she experienced the same thing. Check out these thoughts on the carnivore diet. Okay, yeah, I will, because like you hear so many different things. Like it's kind of a trendy diet, I guess. Like Joe Rogan did it for a while, and I love listening to the carnivore people because what they say makes sense about like one ingredient items full of nutrient dense products going straight into your system. Nothing's processed, and I do believe veggies and all that stuff in the store is sprayed. So I'm very excited to homestead and grow my own food, but I am a girl that does like vegetables and fruit, so I don't want to cut them out of my life entirely. So it's like so many people are telling you like, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, oh this is bad, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. There's advice coming from all over, and you got to listen to what actually makes sense to you and what works for you. I always say that. Natural skincare with spilled milk and stuff will help more than chemical product from the store. We'll see. I'm a live experiment. Yes, and that's another reason I wanted to do the carnivore diet, because I wanted to test it out on myself. I honestly, if I could have a science lab and test tons of stuff on myself and geek out, I would love that. Or if I could have some people to experiment on, that would be fun. Like, I just want to set people in a room where I can watch them, give them different stuff, and see what the results are. Pros and cons discussion. Every diet has both. It's how one manages the experience. Yeah, stress can do crazy things to you. Diet won't change your stress still. So yeah, you guys all are speaking truth. That is for sure. Yeah, and you obviously have to, when you're looking at a diet or something, you have to weigh the experience against what you need or what you want, like the results you want. You have to stop thinking or listening to those outside voices in your head or other people sharing their experiences, because that's even the thing, like with skincare for me. So many people, I say, I'm struggling with my skin. They're like, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you tried this? Have you done that? Have you done that? I was like, I have, and that's why I'm saying I'm struggling, because none of that is working. I've seen videos of this work for this girl, this work for this girl, and I don't know what is going on, but I've tried it all. Like, yes, of course I've tried the cheap drugstore stuff. Like, why wouldn't I? Ketogenic diet provides significantly more nutrients from both plant animal sources than a carnivore diet, and this is in my opinion but a Reddit one. Yes, Reddit has quite some interesting things, proud, if I must say so myself. I forget what discussion I was reading about. It was something to do with like physical relationships. I'm not even gonna say, but wow, those comments on there. Reddit is quite the experience. Keto is something that I've always been interested in, and that's from like the dessert side of stuff, because I do like cheesecakes and stuff, and the keto cheesecakes just made sense because they're focusing on the high fats that make it taste like super tasty and cutting out the sugar. So I really like keto like desserts or keto chocolates or all that kind of stuff. Okay, I think this coffee is really strong because my jaw is like won't shut up. So how long did you experience carnivore diet, and how do you plan to do the very good question. How long did you experience the keto diet, and how do you plan to do the carnivore diet? Okay, so those are really good questions, proud, because in the past with my children, I always gained a lot of weight during pregnancy, but I was never worried about it because I always lost it right away. And with all my other children besides Lucian, there was a certain method I used, and it was, I don't know if you heard of the Trim Healthy Mama, but they have 3 days where you eat high fatty foods. They call them S foods, satisfying. So it said you were canceled for a sec. Oh yeah, hey Olivia, welcome here. But yeah, the other live, it had a glitch or something, so I switched to a new one. I hope you caught everything that you wanted to. That one was just for like a second or something. I don't know what happened. But so the Trim Healthy Mama way, it's for mothers who are busy and they can't like sit around, count their calories if they want to get somewhere with their health or with their weight loss or whatever the reason. But so for 3 days you pull fats. You're eating like eggs in butter or eggs in coconut oil and bacon for breakfast. And then you're eating like, I don't know, just like a pure, lots of coconut oils on that diet. And then there's lots of like meats, the high fatty meats, and lots of ground beef and all that kind of stuff. And then the next 2 days you're eating like someone, excuse me. Wow, that coffee, it's got me going crazy. So for 2 days, you're eating like lower calorie foods. They call them fuel pulls, and you're eating super high protein. So the only thing you're watching on your macros is the protein. So lots of like Greek yogurt, lots of like cottage cheese, lots of egg whites, all that kind of stuff. So it's, those days you're at like around 1,200 calories. There's some like almond milk puddings, chia seed puddings. It's very low calorie and you're just focused on the protein. And then the last 2 days of the week, you are eating what they call meals, energizing meals, and you are stocking up on those good carbs like sweet potatoes, broccoli. You're eating lean meats like fish, tilapia, tuna, all that kind of stuff. So it's in rotation. So the fatty days are obviously the higher calorie days. Then you go to the really low calorie, focus on protein. Then you go to the ones where you're like eating your sourdough bread. But the one rule with that diet was do not eat the fats with the carbs, because that's where you stack on the weight. So I did that every other single after my pregnancy. I would switch to that and it worked. With whatever workouts I was doing, nursing, all that, I lost all the weight. But then with Lucian, I guess I started the YouTube channel. I started having issues with my skin. I started I really, really craved experimenting on myself, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if I stuck to something a bit longer, one of those things pick something. But I'm having fun over here. I'm in my moment. So I switched to the carnivore diet and I did that. I filmed those videos proud where I did it for, I've always kind of done keto desserts, but I kept them on those high fat days. So my whole life, kind of 5 years keto desserts on the high fat days. And then no desserts on the low calorie days, not really, like a protein shake. And then on the carb days, that's when you eat apples dipped in Greek yogurt, or bake the apples in the oven, sprinkle a little stevia on them, a little cinnamon, something like that. So yeah, I've been at this journey a long time. Just sometimes I forget all the details because I have mom brain now. Call it mom brain farts. I'm just my mind moves faster than my mouth, or vice versa. Plus I'm just thinking about my move and everything that I have to pack, and I'm like, is this a good use of my time? But so I've been doing that for a long time, and that worked. And I tried to, after I did the carnivore, so all of January, the first 3 weeks, I was super strict carnivore. I had a little fruit. I had some dried mangoes. But I was doing only meat. I was drinking only coffee with cream in it. I was not using any sweeteners, not eating any desserts. I was pretty much eating ground beef a couple times a day. And I got to the point I did that 6 days a week. On the 7th day, I just wasn't hungry. So I fasted because I just naturally was not hungry. And that worked great for me. But then, as I said, when the other, the sourdough, baking sourdough came in, my family started craving that. I also stayed home for that whole chunk of time. So I had no one tempting me, Sylvie, eat this, Sylvie, eat that. But then the second I went out and about, like even to family for supper, like family suppers, everyone always like, come eat this, like we feel like bad, you're missing out, come eat this with us. And if you're eating just meat, you don't want to mix it with all that stuff. So then it was everything that I worked so hard for just went out the window, and I was like, okay, so this isn't sustainable. So I switched back to that like a couple weeks ago, the high fat, the high protein, low calorie, and then the energizing meals that are carbs. And then I realized that even the days that I'm doing high fat, they're like 2,000 calorie days. And even with the running, even the burning the little bit extra that way, that's not enough to get me to where I want to go this year after my pregnancy. You know, like I just want to get in the best shape of my life after having 4 kids. I'm 30, so I've been working hard for years. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see my results, but I'm not too worried about it because we're about to move to Maine and we're about to be broke, like poor as dirt, like have nothing. So the amount of stuff that we'll have on the homestead, we're going to have to just try to get enough protein in. That's the only focus, because we're going to be eating like beans and rice because that's what we can afford until our produce comes in, our animals are big enough to eat. Do you think the carnivore diet journey will benefit you more than the keto did, and despite differences between them but commonly geared for health purposes? Do you have a preference? I think if you have health issues, like if you're truly sick, some people have even like had cancer be healed from eating the carnivore diet. Like obviously there's people that heal their cancer from eating strictly vegetarian. There's people that heal their cancer from eating strictly carnivore. I'm thinking that is probably because they cut everything else out of their lives, that they were healed because they just focused on something that was real food, nutrient dense. So I think if you have an actual issue that you need to fix, like some people with eczema have stayed strict carnivore. My feet keep falling asleep. And that has helped them. But I don't actually have any health issues that I'm aware of. So it's not necessary for me to stay strict carnivore in order to have a natural, healthy life. So keto is way more enjoyable and you get a lot more variety, that's for sure. From that aspect, like if you go out in public and you want to have lunch with a friend or dinner out, you don't have to be as picky, as precise, like, sorry, my diet doesn't afford me to have that, because honestly, that's a little hard. Like, people do look at you, friends do look at you like, really, you think you're better than us because you can't eat that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, it's a trend, like the boring friend, you know, that kind of stuff. Despite differences, commonly geared to help her. So I guess like the keto is more fun because you get the veggies and the fruit in it too, you know. So why proud? What are you? I know you lean more towards fruit and veggies and all that kind of stuff. What have you discovered with your experience? Because obviously on your channel you have those shorts where you have your like treat nights, and that food looks good too. And that's the other thing, like I don't think you can just say that, oh wow, like this one food is bad. Obviously you want to eat clean, right, as possible, but you can't just cut yourself off and say like, this food is evil, thou shalt not have, you know, something like that, which part of the carnivore community tends to do that a bit much. I know that because the one girl that I really like watching her videos because of her like personality as well as her lifestyle, Lily Kane, she said that too, that, you know, some carnivores are super like strict in your face, like you gotta be eating that meat, you got to, like you're straying, you're eating You're eating pork rinds, you're eating cream cheese, like high fat animal products, but it's not as clean as they would like it to be, basically. But keto, you can have all that stuff, and it's not, you're not worried about like, oh my gosh, that's not clean enough. You're like, no, it's high fat, it's zero sugar, it's not triggering my blood sugar. Kendra, are you still here? I feel like you said something about the granola bar and then you were gone. Or Ashley, I don't know, that was a whole big description. I'm trying to like talk about the topic, but still talk to everyone who's in here, whatever they say. Considering going vegetarian, but I'm flexitarian. I balance how I work out every day. Remember, I'm martial arts, so I keep fit and healthy. Mandatory 8 sweets in moderation. Yeah, exactly. That is super. Okay, Kendra, what do you want to weigh in on this? Because I know you switch more to like ketovore, carnivore. And I was just watching your short about you making the maple syrup, and I was thinking like, okay, that recipe is amazing. I know like I'm not gonna gain weight off that recipe, but like compared to maple syrup that I'm gonna tap from my trees right there in Maine, is it truly better than me? Like, for me, you know, like I'm torn. I'm really torn, because I do like the 0 calorie stuff, because then I feel like I can have more of it. But do I need excess of a sweet treat when, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Had a blueberry granola parfait for breakfast. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, see, I like that kind of food. That's the other thing with carnivore. You're like eating a bowl of ground beef for breakfast. Like, no. Give me breakfast foods. Those taste like so good. Like berries. Oh my gosh, like I was craving berries so much. Blueberry granola parfait. So, do you put Greek yogurt as the base? Because that's high protein. Like, that's something I definitely prioritize, is protein. Like, no matter what diet I'm on, protein is number one. So I always use Greek yogurt. I buy the plain kind, highest proteins, like 17 grams per serving, and then I spice it up. But yeah, what would you say that your like workouts burn every day? Like, not like, I'm not focused on the whole calorie things, but I'm just curious, because my brother did some martial arts on the mat, and it looked like he was doing nothing, but the amount of work that he was doing was crazy, like crazy amount. I do eat things sometimes that aren't considered keto or carnivore. I have very clean, natural, organic ingredients. Pretty much keep everything low carb though. Yeah, Kendra, see, that's the thing. Like, I always used to keep things low carb, but now that I started the sourdough, which I know is something that's really good for your gut, I've kind of been like, I like those carby days where I have like sourdough bread in the morning. Like, that, the one rule of that diet, the Trim Healthy Mama diet, is no fats with carbs, and there's a little hitch there that makes it difficult, because avocado toast, you know, has avocados and eggs, which are both high fat, so it's like, oh, that's a bummer. No butter on toast, no butter on pancakes. That's a little glitch there. But would you have sourdough because it's good for your gut? Or like, I made sourdough bagels, I made sourdough sugar cookies. Like, I still use monk fruit when I bake because it has 0 calories. It's a really healthy natural sugar. But yeah, I don't know. When I make something with like kefir in the morning, like I had overnight oats this morning for breakfast, and I had kefir and I had honey, strawberries, and chia seeds in it. So it's like, I know kefir has more carbs than Greek yogurt, and less protein, but I also know it's fermented and good for my gut. So it's like, there's so many things. Like, the thing that I have come to the conclusion of is, the cleaner, the better. And the more you can grow yourself, the better. But I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't have a carrot because it's full of carbs, because I know for a fact that my mother, when she had cancer, she juiced carrots every day, and the doctors gave her a year to live because her cancer was that bad. And we made her juice every single morning. We got up and we made her juice, and we had her for 8 years, longer than they said. So she didn't switch to meat. She switched to veggies and fruits and organic stuff. So there, I know there's power in that. I know that. So I guess part of me wanted to see what all meat had, because I love the fatty stuff. I love the flavor. I would eat it in small amounts or an occasional thing for my gut, usually fermented cabbage. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sauerkraut. What about kimchi? Do you like kimchi? Because I like a little spice. But honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than a bowl of like ground meat with kimchi and a little cheese on it. I really like that. Carbs and fats is what I burn. I also do 30-minute HIIT routines, karate drills, part of my warm-ups. Maintain my weight, though I'm thin, I'm solid muscle. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, muscle weighs more than fat, and yeah, you're like a lean, mean machine, you know? Yeah, I'm actually hoping to get to like more. I don't know, I'm Italian, so I'm always gonna have more to me. Than I'm not just gonna get like super thin and lean. I'm just always gonna be muscular, but I'm hoping to see my muscles more, get more defined or whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah, I love kimchi and eggs, ground beef for like breakfast. I don't know, a little spice, it's really good. But you have to be careful with that because some kimchi they sneak sugar into. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When we moved to Maine, I don't even know if I'm gonna have to work out because I'm gonna be chopping trees down. I'm gonna be dragging trees out. I'm gonna have so much hard physical labor just functioning, farming, living off the land that I'll probably still get up to do a workout, but it's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's see. So many people claim to know the best diet, but even most nutritionists just recommend balanced diet. Everything in moderation, no processed food. Yeah, exactly. Whole foods. Whole foods is where it's at. But I do want to, I guess, try and kind of keep those things separate. Like I do want my high fat days. I do want my protein focused days. I do want my carb days and see where that goes. But right now, like as of today, I was just like, that's it. I cannot do 2,000 calorie days anymore because that will maintain me or add a little bit to my frame, which, yeah, I like putting on muscle, but I don't know. I guess I don't even want to call it a cut, you know, because all those people call it a cut and that's not what it is. It's just getting healthy, you know. It's just, I told Henry the other day, like my favorite freaking dress I've owned for years, I still don't fit in it prior to, yeah, I fit in it with every single kid, but not Lucian yet. So I just want to put on my dress, like that dress. I love that dress. Okay. Yeah, see, Krista, no, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know what, I know what worked for me in the past, but see, the past is not the present, and also who knows what's going to happen in the future. So that's why it's kind of cool bringing you guys along for the journey, because all I can do is tell you my story. Like I can't tell you your story, I can't tell anyone else's story, I can just tell mine, and it's kind of fun to share, you know, your story. Calisthenics, CrossFit, and meditation. Whoa, calisthenics. That looks like the most hard thing ever. Like anything with body weight in a workout, I'm like, hate it. Yes, Krista, do you remember when Rob made the kimchi and he was pulling it out of, when we worked at the restaurant, there was a little bit of like mold on top of the kimchi and he just like pluck it off there. He's like, it's all good still, it's all good still. That kimchi was seriously amazing though. We tried making our own sauerkraut, but not kimchi yet. Great thing about kimchi is fermentation process converts sugar to lactic acid and carbon dioxide, so sugar is usually gone by the end. Yes, that's true. Yeah, I know that with the like whole processing thing, but I'm talking about if they add it, because there is sugar naturally in cabbage, right? Is that the sugar you're talking about, or are you talking about the sugar they added to the kimchi to make it like extra sugar? Because I know even with the kombucha teas, they have sugar in it because, you know, it's like the black tea, sugar, and the Muscovy. Am I saying that about ducks? Muscovy ducks? Muscovy ducks? Muscovy? Okay, what's that mushroom that grows in the kombucha? Am I saying it right? Anyways, that ferments the sugar, even though sugar is an ingredient in it. Is that what you're talking about? Balance, proud, that's awesome to know. Yes, you can see. How are you feeling? I said coffee was getting wide. Kendra, does it look like I'm going crazy? Oh, I have so much energy. It's just like, this is an organic cold brew that I bought from the grocery store, and it's way stronger because it's slow dripped overnight. It's way stronger than the thing that when I make a pour over coffee and just let it cool. So it's like double the strength. I just feel it in my jaw when I'm talking. Like, I can tell I'm not shutting up. Scoby, yes, thank you, Krista. I mean, other than that, I'm stressed about the move and all the work we gotta do, but other than that, feeling all right. Oh, did you actually help Rob make that, Krista? Because I don't think I actually made it. I think I cut up cabbage and that's it. On Amazon, check this brand called the jerky. They have vegan shiitake mushroom jerky barbecue, which is a, yes, okay. Actually proud. Okay, I just screenshot that. I don't know. I guess it's kind of creepy what people can screenshot nowadays, but we made our own beef jerky out on the grill here. We like slow cooked it. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking good. I'm actually craving that right now. But that was a fun snack when you're on carnivore and you just like, you want a snacky feeling. Like, it's kind of fulfills the craving for chips. I don't know, I'm not a sweets girl, but I always crave chips. Actually, we had friends over the other day and they brought over Doritos and I had some, and Doritos are the kind of thing where you're like, you cannot stop eating them. All the garbage they put in there, like, you do not want to read the label on a Doritos bag. It's like this long, full of MSG and stuff. But I did try some because, you know, I decided to let myself try some, and because everyone would think I was weird if I didn't eat. Remember pounding the big batches of crown kimchi with sledgehammer? Yes! You know what? Those are some of my favorite work moments, when it's like physically hard. Also, Krista, do you remember when there was a line of people? Okay, those were really busy summer days and it was crazy hectic. Remember that one time when there was like a line of people all the way around the restaurant? And everyone was like freaking out, and I was like, yes, this is my moment. And I hated making the milkshakes, and Jared was like paying extra attention for me to learn how to do that, because he's like, if you hate it, you gotta pay attention to that, you gotta be good at it. And then I turned out to be like, when it was really busy, he always put me on it, because it was like that for me at Subway too. I hated being at the front of the line doing the meat and cheese on the sandwich because I felt so slow when it was busy, but they kept putting me on there because I hated it. And then by the time we really got busy, they're like, okay, Sylvie, go on it because you're the fastest. So I love stress in a workplace. It's fun. I used to make it after he left. Made everything. Oh, I miss working there. I miss being in the food service business. Honestly, like, food is a big passion of mine. Sounds good. I heard beef liver crisp are a good snack in regards to carne. Oh, I tried those, proud. I did not like, okay, I tried different types of, I tried the chicken thigh skins, like super dehydrated. Those tasted good, almost like potato chips. And then I tried the beef liver. I did not like those ones. I could not handle them. But what I did is I ground them up, because you know liver is really good for you. I ground them up and put them in capsules myself, and I take one of those every day, no matter what. So, oh no, bye Kendra. We've totally been like kind of blowing school under the bus right now because, well, the kids are really young, I guess, and it's nice out and we're packing. So I guess we'll pick that up again next year, because we're definitely not doing it all summer long. I don't know what you guys do. Take care, Kendra. Have a good afternoon. I used to kill the shakes. I'd have like 10 at a time, drinks and orders. Oh, I know. Okay, Shelby went to the Wienery and told me that it was not like that anymore. And like, she messaged me and said, Sylvie, you would be so sad, you love that place. And then Henry actually went last Mother's Day. He was driving through from looking at our property, and he grabbed me a burger, and she's like, he said to, I guess it was Isabel was there, and he's like, I would like the Sylvie burger, and she didn't even remember what it was. She had to call someone else or look it up, because you remember I made that one with like the caramel on the burger with the chips and the... Dang, maybe I should remake the wienery. That would be fun. Carnivore quiche. What is in carnivore quiche? Proud, because I made like just like the egg pie thing without the crust. Is that what you mean? Because I made like a ground beef pie. I don't know if it was considered quiche. Yeah, it was just like ground beef, and then it had a lot of like fatty stuff mixed in it, like eggs, cream cheese. It wasn't completely clean carnivore. It's more like ketovore, I guess. But I really like the meat-based diet, where it's like the main thing you get your nutrients from is meat, and then you also have your berries and your honey and your maple syrup and those like clean, one ingredient, organic, all natural foods. I really like meat-based diet. Yes, Krista, I would love to work with you. Hey, would you be willing to move to Maine? Because that's where we just bought our land. We have 50 acres there. Honestly, I want to start up a business, and I would love to have people that I love on my team. I don't want to just like hire random people. I don't want just some girl from town working for me, you know? I want someone who's like a really close soul bosom buddy working in there. Pork, bacon with the eggs. Huh. Do you have a recipe, Proud, like for that? Should I just look up carnivore quiche? Because that sounds good for like a high fat day. I really like on the high fat days, I think it's super basic, but I eat like eggs and bacon for breakfast. So that's a traditional like American breakfast with no bread. And then I have like mid-morning the coffee with cream. And then for lunch, I just either have a bowl of like plain ground beef or a steak or something, and then vice versa for supper. So that's super simple. That's the thing that's nice about the carnivore diet. I don't actually like bake. It's not hard. I'll have to like make other food for the family, but for me it's just like super simple, and then I'm not hungry all day. I never think about food when I'm eating that way. So ask your hubby if he wants to move. That'd be fun. Don't eat pork as Rastafarian. Don't eat certain shellfish. Huh, Rastafarian, is that almost like, I know the Jewish people don't eat pork and certain shellfish. Is that like similar beliefs then about it being like unclean? Once you're settled, you have to message me and plan it out. Where will my house go? Okay, so Krista, we are planning on building tiny houses there to like rent out as Airbnbs, also for when people come stay with us, visit, all that stuff. So it's gonna be a while though till it's built. I don't know what we're gonna focus on first, because we have to buy a sawmill. Well, okay guys, this is getting really real. You wanna know something crazy? We are picking up our 2 Berkshire hogs on the 26th of this month. So we have a date when we have to be like settled in, because at 11 a.m. in the morning, we're picking up our pigs. And then at the end of the month, we're getting 2 La Mancha goats. So we already have 4 animals reserved for us when we move, and that's where it's going. So first we're gonna have to pick up our animals, and then we're gonna have to get a sawmill, start cutting timber, and then we're gonna work on building all that stuff. Now that it's happening, it's crazy. It's like crazy amount. So Rastafarian faith, there are similar beliefs. Also, much of the shellfish we deny because they're bottom feed. Aha, yeah, see, that is similar to the Jewish, because that is what they would say as well. Henry's best friend is Jewish, or like a Christian that honors Jewish traditions. So that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So which shellfish are those exactly? Man, that's like a tongue twister for me, just saying that one word, not even the whole Sally Seashell one, just the one word. Okay. Having a mom-friendly workplace and involve the kids Exactly. Okay. That's okay. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for years, and I've told Henry I can do everything with kids involved. I can do dishes, I can do house cleaning, I can do workout, all that stuff. And if he comes home and he's working in the backyard, he's like, Sylvie, can you watch the kids while I build a picnic table? And I'm like, what? I was like, it's not easy when I do everything with them, but I know how to. He's like, when you're home and we're farming together, you're gonna have to get used to everything taking longer, being slower, being harder, but you're helping them learn. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be kid friendly, but that's gonna be an adjustment for him because he's used to like, go, 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 go. You, man, you do that. You fetch that. You do this. You do this. Kids, it's not like that. It's gonna be slow poke. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to chase some pigs. Hi! I'm gonna have to end this soon because my kids are getting up. Shrimp, crab, lobster, a few examples. Okay, yeah, you wanna know something interesting? I went to Red Lobster with a friend when I was on the carnivore diet, and I only was eating meat, right? So I ordered the surf and turf, and I got lobster. Sorry, the garbage truck is out and about. Naya, is everyone up? Okay. Okay. All right, 1 minute, I'll come in. Can you go in and I'll bring you your treats? Please go in. I'll be 1 minute and then I'm gonna bring you your treat. Okay. So I got sick off the lobster, so that makes sense. Like, because I felt fine on all meat and all of a sudden I had lobster, seafood, bottom feeder, got sick that night. Have a hand, stuff, hold stuff, help out. Your whole life is about to slow down. I know, it's gonna be so quiet living in the middle of the woods and not hearing all the traffic sounds. Like right there, garbage truck, boom. No, I probably will not be able to sleep for a couple nights though. Have to assist the other farm hands or horse here. Conversation, have a blessed day. Take care. Have a good day, Proud. Oh, I'm about to end anyways. Really enjoy your time out there on the farm. Can't wait to join you. Better quality lobster, like fresh and Maine. Exactly. Okay, yeah. All right, Krista, Proud, best wishes, best day, lots of love. I've got to go take care of those kids before, you know, disaster strikes. It's been real. Thanks for being here, guys, and catch you next live stream, probably in a week. Bye.